Of May is National Foster Care Month, a time to recognize how everyone can play a part in enhancing the lives of children in foster care.
However, there are a lot of misconceptions surrounding fostering and adoption. Deborah Farmer details her foster journey in her new book, My Journey to Joshua. She's with us to tell us more. Deborah, good morning.
Deborah used to work here as a producer at WGN. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys? This is so awesome to be here with you.
It is great to talk to you. Talk about your journey to adoption. You started as a foster mom and then you ended up adopting. And why did you want to write this book?
Sure. First off, thank you for this opportunity. My journey actually started there at WGN. I was working there and I met a young man named Claude Robinson at the UCAN organization. And I reached out to mentor and I was introduced to a young lady that was in foster care. And so that's how I was introduced to the foster care system. So, my years of mentoring her and serving as sort of a big sister, I knew that was something I always wanted to do because I saw how she was, sadly bounced around from foster home to foster home. So I then got my foster care license and, maybe 9 months after getting my license, I was being called with an opportunity to foster a child. So the child that I received during that process, Joshua, I knew I did not want to, go through the process of returning the child. That is ultimately the objective for foster care, is to reunite the child with the family. But I was a mother at my core, at my heart, and I knew that I wanted to have Joshua as my forever child. So then I went through the adoption process.
There are so many kids who need to be adopted and so many parents looking to adopt. But from what I hear, it seems complicated and difficult. What do people need to know to get this done the right way and to do it efficiently?
It is, and so to the end of actually doing some research on the agency that you want to get your foster care license from, that is my biggest recommendation. That is what I did. I actually had my foster care license at one agency and then I changed it to a different agency because I did not feel that that particular agency had my best interests at heart. I was very specific in the request for the type of child that I was looking for, an infant, and they kept calling with different scenarios. So that is definitely a recommendation that I have for you, is that you do research on the agency. And then, with anything, it's about relationships. And so build a relationship with your licensing representative, also the social workers that work for the organization.
What are the biggest misconceptions people have, Deborah?
I think, honestly, the reason I sought out to tell this story is because I think many people come from a place of fear. So they just assume that they're going to get a child that might be, there may be a really bad situation later in life. And that's really no judgment of yours. You should not make that assumption that that will be the end of your story where, the child may be, a detriment to your family. So I think that's one misconception. I think the second piece when it comes to foster care, most people that have, the space in their lives and the love in their heart, they can go through the foster care system and they can adopt through the foster care system and there's no cost. I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions too, is that this is going to be this big, out-of-pocket cost. And that's not necessarily the case when you do actually fostering to adoption.
How old is Joshua now?
Joshua's 5 years old.
Wow.
He came into our lives at birth. So he's been with us since he was born.
Well, it's so great that we knew you'd be a great mom, and it's great to see you again, Deborah.
Thanks, Deborah.
It's great to see you guys too.